Viewer discretion is advised.
Looks like y'all caught me at a bad time, so if you just hang on for a minute, we're going to show a video. Ahoy, shipmates, Facebookers, YouTubers, and people just happen to be passing by Papa Skinny's farm. Captain Jack here. A little bit of an introductory, or like the first ever chapter of the Old Sailor's Workshop. We're going to talk about tools and do stuff with tools. We're going to talk about toys. We're going to talk about John Deere 600 series AMTs, all material transporters. We're going to have a lot of the old implements that are from here in the farm, 150, some of them are 200 years old. Anything from irons to shears. We're also going to have me trying for the first time in my 81 years to do a little furniture restoration, some tables I need for the other workshop. This workshop here used to be my train room. This was all full of trains and stuff like that. And during the summers that we're having 105s, 107s, 111s, it's air conditioned. So we won't be working out in the building I bought especially for the new Old Sailor's Workshop. So why don't we get started? I'm going to show you some of the stuff we're going to do. Let's start with tools, okay? Let's start with pliers, okay? Now these are only pliers that are not in toolboxes. We have about 8 or 10 toolboxes that are full of pliers. But these are all the extras. So these are yard stuff, so they need to go out of the way. Pliers, more yard stuff. My wife, as you know, Jenny, was the president of the Cherokee County Master Gardeners Association for 4 to 8 years, a long time. She's also, of course, a registered master gardener in the state of Texas. So we got all these pliers we got to do, a few at a time. We got slip joint pliers, we got channel lock type pliers, we've got needle nose pliers. Boy, just about any kind of plier you can name, and heck, some of them even I can't name. What in the heck kind of plier is this? Anybody have any idea? It just goes like ka-chonk, and it was here. It's been here on the farm since I can remember. I don't know, but what we're going to do one day is we're going to clean this up and put it up. Maybe somebody wants it. Anyway, we've got alligator type pliers. We've got needle nose type pliers. We've got whatever the heck. I think that's supposed to be a wrench. Okay, let's put these back and go over and get something else to show you what we're going to clean up. Now, if you go over to Magdad 357's channel, he's sort of our guru for screwdrivers. Man, he's got screwdrivers like you never ever saw before. No exception for the 8 full bodied toolboxes we have, we may have a few screwdrivers. So we got every kind of screwdriver you can think of. Now I'm pretty sure that I sorted out years ago all my Craftsman screwdrivers. Man, look at this. Looks like somebody's used it as a chisel. That's a chisel driver. All sorts of screwdrivers. Well, that happens to not be a screwdriver. And screwdriver sets. Now, I know I've got in the barn package unopened NOS screwdrivers from when my daddy, they shut down the Jacksonville Auto Supply store. My father was one of these gifted mechanics. Every mechanic in Cherokee County call him and say, "Hey, Jack, this old Ford's doing so-and-so," and he'd tell him what to fix. But extremely gifted. No, maybe I'll send this one to Magdad. He can probably fix it. Well, wait a minute. These are all got that kind of handle. Wait a minute. Let's put down the wooden handle. Anyway, got a bunch of these, the wooden handled ones. I think that's a punch. No, it is a screwdriver, flat tip screwdriver. I tell you what, 357 Magdad, if you're watching, will you email me your mailing address, you know, where you get stuff? Not your house address, your post office box, because I got a screwdriver for you. We'll send this one to 357 Magdad. Might fit in his collection. It won't fit in the camera screen, will it? Okay, those are all screwdrivers. We have about as many plastic handled nut drivers. We've got shears that my granddaddy was given as a wedding present from his stepfather, these were built in about 1882, 1883-ish, not later than 1885, which we did the shearing of the mules' tails and the mules' manes, you know. We've got irons that, of course, my grandmother used, and of course they're all called flat irons. You set them on the stove and heat them up. My goodness. Oh, toys. Just one or two. I'm not going to show you the whole mess of them. Hang on a minute. Well, for you Tonka fans, some Tonkas, I don't know who they belong to, because when I was a boy, matter of fact, one of these days I've got still some of the toys that I had as a boy. This is the very early 1940s. A friend of ours was a signalman on the IC Railroad, and we got 2 or 3 or 4 different signal lamps. This is one of them. We're going to refurbish that. I think mostly the restorers, except the very good ones, you know, and there are a lot of very good ones. People who have lace and milling machines and and surface grinders, all those guys. Most of us just do refurbishing. You know, we clean it up and fix it. Now, of course, you got to restore something like this. I think I do mainly refurbishing, and my policy is it's a tool, make it look like a tool. Now there are special tools, and I love watching the videos where the people put a mirror shine on. I mean, the tool company wished to heck they had made a tool that looked like that. Now a lot of the tools, I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of sockets, probably 150, 200 different types of sockets, ratchets, speed wrenches, breaker bars, stuff like that, extensions, and all sorts of combination wrenches, open end wrenches, and box end wrenches, or literally 100, 200 pounds worth of them. Now, during the war, as you know, there wasn't any chrome plating going on. Chrome was used in munitions, So ours that we got in those days, and I'll show you some, didn't come chrome plated. So those won't get buffed up and all shiny and pretty. They'll just get returned to what they look like when they were new. And then after the war, it was until the 48, 49, somewhere right around there, we finally got to the chrome plating, back into chrome plating. Nickel, of course, was used in the war effort. Almost all the minerals, materials, it all went to the war effort, which it should be. Matter of fact, we saved stuff like foil. You made a big foil ball and went down to the bond when they'd have a bond drive, and you'd give them the foil, and I have no idea what they used it for. Anyway, that's what we're going to do, and I hope that many of you enjoy what we're doing. I am always, always, always in favor of comments. I am in favor of criticisms, constructive criticisms. If you're just a hater, go somewhere, shove off. But if you say, Jack, that's not the way to do it, I love instructions. I learn something every day. I learned many, many years ago, 1976, that smoking wasn't good for me, so I quit. Anyway, if you can share this with somebody and they'll do a subscription, let's get up to 500. Maybe before I die, I'll get a check from YouTube. Okay, that's about it. Captain Jack saying, adios.